What a great day to be alive. I call to all higher powers with my best interests and the best interests of all who are available to come help lift my spirit and help me see divinity clearly today. I pray to release all discordant thoughts, actions, and behaviors. I call the violet flame to consume any and all discordant realities, and I invite my higher self to guide me into daily joy and bliss. I pray for clarity and motivation to do the work of stepping into the shadow to heal all of my trauma. I release all that does not serve me. I pray in honor of my body and human self so that I may live a free and ecstatic life full of true, ever-present love which always surrounds me. I pray to see that this fountain of infinite security and bliss is found inside my own consciousness when I connect to the spirit of Uni. I accept that all things are perfect and aligned with the most divine. It is a great day to be alive on planet Earth. Every single moment is magic when I'm present enough to see it. Today I am in service to the divine plan. Today I am in service to angelic energies. Today I am in service to a healthy human body. Today I am in service to artistic expression. Today I am in service to peace and tranquility. Today I am in service to a clean and loving home. Today I am in service to my own focused power. Today I am in service to abundance and love. Today I am in service to UNICULT. Today I am in service to joy. I am safe. I am cared for by the most competent caretaker that I know, myself. I am able to rely on myself for financial security, stability, cleanliness, healthy, nourishing food, safety navigating social situations, and comfort. I can rely on myself for infinite sources of whatever I need. I understand my needs and meet them easily with love. Any time that I was not safe in the past is not the present. I accept that even when I felt unsafe, I was always safe, fulfilling the cosmic destiny of my highest path. I have endured many challenges, and I have always been safe. The spirit of Uni protects me. The spirit of Uni has always protected me. The spirit of Uni will always protect me. I am provided for. I have everything I need. I am exactly where I'm supposed to be. I am experiencing the exact situation that will allow me the most beneficial growth. I have friends and family who also protect me. The earth protects me. Angels protect me. Aliens protect me. Protection flows through every aspect of this reality. I am safe. I am safe. I am safe. Every day I am building resilience. Every day it will get easier. Each day is different. It's okay that I feel however I feel today. Now I will spend 10 seconds being mindful of my body. Now I will spend 10 seconds being mindful of my environment. Everything is neutral. My feelings are from imposing judgment. It is okay that I feel how I feel. I surrender to the highest reality. I surrender to the light. I allow the highest reality to flow through me today. One day at a time, I am building resilience. Now I will envision my day. What challenges might I face? I can see myself overcoming these challenges with the power of the spirit of Uni. Have a great day. Uni bless.
Cam Church, time for Cam Church. Hello everyone, welcome. Say hello to each other in the chat. I'm excited to be here and share with you today. Really excited. So this week we're having our retreat. So if you are inclined to join us, it would be really great if you could. There's a few spots available. We'll be hiking and doing meditations and visiting some important Unicole historical sites and stargazing and playing and dancing and singing and just having a great time. So if you want to join, there's a link in the description. We're actually going to be having church there on Saturday at 10 a.m. Mountain Time. So it'll be a little bit different next week, but we're going to have it live at the retreat. So be sure to join us there. You can go ahead and put some prayers in the chat if you'd like. Get your water if you have it. We'll sing to our water, say, I love you, I honor you, I respect you, and set some intention and sing to it. And, ooh, I love you. And drink. I didn't bring up chat. Let me bring up chat here. Let's see, YouTube. Here we go. There we go. I can see you all. Yes, Saturday the 13th at 10 a.m. Mountain Time. That's 9 a.m. Pacific. And is that 12? I think that's 12 Eastern. All right. Hello, everyone. All right. Go ahead and put your prayers in the chat. We'll get some prayers going. I'm praying for all of you, everyone in the chat. I'm praying that we have a great retreat and praying for everyone traveling here in this next week. Oh, and praying for a great retreat and safe travels. Unimagic had the same idea, and Cosmic Lacuna as well. Praying for safe travel and for continued growth of Unicult. Praying for abundance for all of us. Praying that all of our dreams come true and that we can all live in peace and harmony with each other. Praying for all the animals of the world and that things really improve for them. Praying for all of you. Any prayers in the chat? Let's get some prayers in here. Come on, guys. Let me get a candle. Do I have a thing going? I didn't get a candle. What am I doing? Prayers for big changes and small. Prayers for big changes for myself, for sure. Praying for everyone going to the retreat to have a good time. I wish you were able to go as well. Praying that things change in the next couple days and you can go. Prayers for me, thank you. Praying for clear skies for the meteor shower. Yeah, that's exciting. I'm excited for that. Prayers of gratitude for Unicole. I appreciate Unicole very much. Prayers of gratitude for all the UNICULT members. You've all been great helps to me. Praying for the bees. Haven't kept up on the bees. I hope that their populations improve. Praying for just good things for all of us. Praying for all UNICULT members, past, present, and future. Uni bless. Praying for more creative freedom in the world, for sure. Alright, I'm going to go start from a more general topic and move to more personal ways that I handle things after that. I wanted to talk today about handling negative emotions, specifically anger. We talked here before about dealing with conflict, and I want to talk about that some, but I also want to talk about anger regarding the things going on in the world and in news, like systemic issues, that sort of thing. When we're dealing with intense emotions here in UNICULT, we work to understand first what that emotion is, where that emotion's coming from, and what that emotion is telling us. Anger specifically comes from wanting to protect ourselves, and we act out that anger. It's because we don't feel like there are alternatives. Maybe we aren't being heard or cared for, but it's coming from a place of wanting to protect ourselves and those that we care about, and feeling helpless to do anything to correct that. So as we do, we work first to understand the emotion and do conflict resolution within ourselves first. We look to determine how to soothe that part of ourselves that feels unsafe and find a way to find harmony within ourselves, which works often, and we can approach situations where we have more than one person in conflict with each other from a place of peace, though each circumstance is different. But when it's something that's out of our control, say things like the government is doing, maybe a law that you don't think is in our collective best interest, or maybe a repeal of a law, or bad corporate practices hurting workers, or polluting the planet, things like that, there isn't always an opportunity to address those issues with the people that you have the conflict with. There are protests and that sort of thing, but it often becomes something you can feel desperate trying to fix because there's not really any other options. Anger can build and build, and without a way to resolve it externally, it can lead to very negative effects, either lashing out or spreading that anger to others, or something more internal like trying to cope with those feelings through addiction. It can often feel justified, and the pain caused by real effects in our society. But we have to examine the reasons why we may act out. We may want to be heard, and often it feels like we don't show how much the action is hurting us. We won't be able to be taken seriously. This mindset, though, leads to ever-escalating anger when the issue is not resolved. You can post online, and you can get in the streets with others. You can lash out with violence when it feels like there's nothing left to turn to, or you can collapse inward into hopelessness. I think these issues can be handled very similarly to conflicts with individuals who are uninterested in reaching harmony with us. The UNICULT way, starting within, assessing the emotion and its source. We have several videos on this sort of thing, and Unicole has talked extensively on this on their channel. But it's all about validating part of yourself that is in pain. It may be coming from a place of trauma and finding a way to bridge that gap between your higher self and the ego part of yourself wanting to protect yourself and those that you care about. This, along with radical acceptance of the situation you're in, is often the recourse that we have to deal with, since actually confronting the individuals who are instigating the conflict isn't possible. But sometimes it's just so many other people that we're in conflict with that it puts us in a place of never feeling understood. For instance, we have people who believe in a particular medical practice, and the people who are not doing it are hurting others. And there's people who believe that that medical practice is hurting us more in the long run and should be approached with more care. And we should always have some degree of attachment. We always do have some degree of attachment to our own choices with regard to that. So it feels daunting to get a resolution there, and people will feel helpless to the whims of either group. But we have to understand that we're all coming from the same place of wanting to protect ourselves and those that we care about. It comes down to empathy for others, for other people's feelings, for our own feelings, and setting boundaries when we cannot reach agreement, and working towards creating new framework for that we can feel safe in. As of right now, we're dealing with institutions that do not have our best interests at heart, but we approach each other with empathy. We can understand each other's needs and come to a place together. Before we get there, we need to learn to have empathy. I'm going to read from the Fundamentals of UNICULT, the Conflict Resolution chapter. As a spiritual leader and member of Unicole, it is of the utmost importance that you know how to properly and lovingly handle conflict. Conflict is not something that can be avoided. Instead, it is always best faced and healed. This goes for conflict within the self and conflict between more than one person. Conflict happens because there is a misunderstanding or ignorance in the difference between realities. Internal conflict is sometimes a conflict between the heart and society, or a future vision and a current situation. Conflict almost always causes strife and pain. This pain has the potential to cause violence, whether it is spiritual, verbal, or physical. While avoiding conflict is not recommended, avoiding violence is definitely recommended. To avoid violence, the best thing to do is address the pain. If the pain is within you, try saying, "I'm in pain right now." Validating pain is very important. Pain serves us. It is a messenger that tells us we are in danger. You can listen to this messenger and thank it for the valuable information that it brings. Sometimes it seems like pain is telling you useless information. For example, if you are having an anxiety attack about something seemingly insignificant, it can be easy to chastise the pain and get angry at it. Invalidating pain will only cause it to return again and again. Instead, try to find the root of the pain. A good way to do this is to ask yourself, when is the first time that I felt this feeling? Oftentimes, you will find that it is early childhood. Your child self was not taken care of during a time of trauma or stress, and so you program the idea that the world was unsafe. Many times when we are responding to triggers in our adult lives, they are indications of pain we experienced at a much earlier time. When you realize this, you can see beyond the current situation. Suddenly, it won't seem as pressing or difficult as it did before. After you see the root of your pain, it will likely begin to hurt much less. For the pain that remains, it is now a matter of recognizing what it is that you need to get out of the pain. This could be a space away from the situation, love, or to have your experience heard. The clearer you can identify and vocalize your needs, the easier the conflict will be to heal from your end. If you are in conflict with another person and they are in pain, they might not recognize it. You can offer an observation like, "It seems like you're in a lot of pain right now." At this, their energy may release instantly or seem to build up. If it builds up, simply hold space and listen to them. Holding space is the idea of being in a loving, non-judgmental space while someone goes through something. To effectively hold space, it is best to hold a balance of not taking anything personally and genuinely listening. Ask them to share their experience and feelings. Listen without judgment or painful reaction. Remember that their personal reality is valid, but it does not need to be your reality as well. You can simultaneously validate their reality while staying strong in your own. Once we understand conflict from another's perspective, we can easily agree that we must have been in a painful situation for them to be in. It does not mean that you have to agree with the entire situation, but empathizing is a very important UNICULT skill. Once you have heard them out, they will likely be more interested to hear your experience. You might both be surprised to find that at the bottom of it all, your emotional experiences were similar, if not identical, even if at first you felt your experiences were opposite. Something I deal with personally is that after I've worked out the issue intellectually, I understand where the other person is coming from and we can find harmony. Or if it's something that I could transmute internally, there's still energy pent up that isn't expended through rational discussion of our emotions. Tension is released between individuals, and I can come to peace with the feelings in myself, but the stored energy of the emotions is still there, and I need to find a safe outlet for those feelings. It has great creative potential. Some of my favorite things I've created, things people have loved a lot, came from times when I was struggling with anger or sadness and coming to terms with it. I don't want to get into the mindset of how an artist needs to be struggling to create good art, though that's definitely something in the culture that's toxic, that has been perpetuated. But art is an outlet available and is far more helpful for all of us than storing the anger and turning it into resentment. And it can actually be a method of transmuting that anger into something more positive and sets you up to create from a place of positivity when you're no longer struggling with that emotion. I've output so much good art from a place of wanting to express love to individuals using tools that I learned from venting my anger into creation. Whether you create music or visual art, or maybe cooking food or writing, or any number of creative activities, you can use art as a tool of emotional transmutation. For me, this is mostly visual art, so I'll speak from there. But in the depths of emotion, dealing with the adrenaline in my system, I'll draw loose and fast art, maybe art I never intend to share. Then as I go into the flow of the activity, slowly finding peace in the creative process, and eventually producing something I can share out of love. What I'm getting at is that the part of yourself that wants to protect you, that is angry, is still valid and can still express themselves positively. The internal processing of anger can be expressed outwardly positively when channeled in the right direction. We build up patterns of behavior and thought, and if we build up the habit of expression through art, after we work through the things intellectually and socially, we can output a large amount of energy into positive creation. It's something I work on doing and is far more productive than ruminating on the issue without an outlet. There's lots of different parts of ourselves in conflict sometimes, and we're not even aware of it, and it can lead to anxiety and uncertainty in our lives, indecision about things. If we're in a hard place in our lives and others have created a situation of uncertainty, we can find ourselves lashing out when that may not be the most productive way to go. We have to have empathy for ourselves. If we're not being heard, if it's an institution that can't hear our individual voice, or a group of people that share different views from us, or even just feelings that we have in ourselves that haven't been properly expressed, we need to give a voice to that part of ourselves and have empathy for that part of ourselves. Listen to it as if it's another person, and find the place where you can express that part of yourself in a positive way. If I'm not heard, or if I don't have a way to voice my feelings comfortably, it leads to hard times, especially if I don't have an outlet to be heard. But I can provide that for myself at least, and create an outlet to hear the parts of myself that don't feel heard, and find a way to bring it into harmony with myself. I'm going to read through the comments here. Oh, the sound's kind of low. I'm sorry here. Put it up a little bit here. All right. Well, I'll be in the Unicult Discord server. If you want to join us for a uni brunch, we'll be there. Yeah, work can be pretty stressful, and art is a good outlet. All right. Well, thank you all for coming. Again, if you'd like to join Unicult, join unicult.com. If you'd like to join us for the retreat, there's also a link in the description. Thank you very much for coming, Uni Blast.